So lovely to see everybody standing up to warm up. So find a position where you've got your feet hip width apart. Just allow your shoulders and your body to hang. And from here, we'll start warming up the shoulders. So we're going to roll them slowly forward and round. Nothing too taxing, so keep it nice and small. You want to keep the ribs balanced over the hips. And think about the back of the shoulder blades, the big scapula, sliding around and forward and together and around and forward. One more. Hands on the shoulders this time, making it just a little bit bigger. And again, if you've got any shoulder problems with the circles that we do, keep it small if it hurts, or don't do it at all and go back to shoulder shrugs or something like that. Gradually, imagine you're drawing with your elbows, working through any creaks and crunches. One more this way. And then with a full straight arm. So this is where if you've got the shoulder problems, keep the circles small. And as you take the arms up and round, don't pop the ribs, keep everything closed at the front. So you're really starting to get some engagement through the deep abdominal muscles. That's it, lovely. One more. And we'll reverse the direction. So allow the arms to hang again. And we'll take the arms or the shoulders round and backwards. And think very much drawing the tummy button into the spine and breathing through that. And we're trying to open the front of our chest to counteract all that sitting and curling forward, looking at phones and computers and driving and desks and patients and even cycling. One more. And then hands on shoulders to increase the circle a little bit more, get some more depth and crunch. Breathing all the time. Allow your body to wake up again. Two more. Oh, so nice to open out this way. And then full arm circles again, and keeping that tummy button drawing into the body. Keeping the back from arching, just moving the arms in a range of motion that's comfortable, that you can see out of the corner of your eye. One more. And then hands out in front. I'm going to make a fist and do pulling straps. So we're going to imagine you're pulling something really, really heavy towards you. You're going to turn your palms towards the ceiling and take the arms behind you without, again, arching. And breathe in to extend them back again. So you're pulling them in. Really, really imagine you're pulling something heavy, and that will get all those muscles working. Breathing in to extend. Breathing out, call that back. So if you feel you're just wafting, start to imagine that you're pulling springs or an elastic band and it's really, really, really tight. And you should feel some engagement down the side of your body, through the biceps, through the triceps, palms turn to the ceiling as those elbows come behind you, and breathe in to extend in front. Two more, breathing out. Pulling it back, keeping the tummy button in, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Forward, final time, breathing out. Really, really pull, 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 something really heavy. And then arms back out in front, palms facing down. Feet are still hip width apart. Same thing, think about the back of the arm as we breathe out, pressing behind us. And as the arm comes behind, going to lift the heart to the ceiling to try and get a little arch in the upper back. And then bring the arms back forward. So breathing out, pressing back of the arms, just under the armpits, pressing backwards, lifting the heart. And breathing in to come back to the starting point. And again, the more you use your imagination and the intention of this movement, the more you'll feel it. Because you can just waft your arms forward and back, and that will do nothing. Really waking up the muscles. One more, basic one, lifting the heart, keeping the chin nodded, and back. Adding on the balance, breathing out, squeeze the bum, coming up onto your toes, pressing with the upper arm, lifting the heart, and coming back down again. And breathing out, tummy button to spine, pressing back with the upper arms, keeping the arms straight and away from the ears, lifting the heart, and coming back down. Squeezing the bum, lifting the heart, and down. One more, pressing back, squeezing the bum, inner thighs connected, lifting the heart, and down. Then crossing the arms in front of us. I like to have my watch on top so I can keep it in line of the middle of my chest, because we're going to breathe in and rotate one way, keeping the hips facing forward. Breathing out, tummy button to spine center. Breathing in, rotate the other way. So the wrists stay in line with the middle of your chest at all times. The hips don't move. Just breathing in to rotate the ribs. Get some movement through the spine and center. And breathing in the other way. And center. Two more to each direction. Breathing in to rotate. And breathing out to center. So only go as far as those ribs will take you. Keep those hips facing forward. And back to center. From there, think about our feet. We're going to turn the toes out, have the heels together, and the hands behind the head. So any knee problems, keep this quite small. We're going to bend the knees, squeeze the bum to stand, and really think about gluing the inner thighs back together again. So the knees are going towards the toes, the heels stay on the floor for the moment, and really focus on squeezing the bum. And imagine you're bending down between two panes of glass, so you're not hinging forward and back. And one more. Breathing out to stand. If you're happy to, you're going to bend the knees and go all the way down to the ground, nice and slowly. Really think sucking the tummy button in, squeezing the bum to gradually stand up again. And again, bend, heels come off, all the way down, breathing out, squeezing the bum like to stand up. Oh, it's hurting. So if it is painful and you can't bend the knees, you're not confident, just go halfway, that's fine. Otherwise, all the way down. Squeeze the bum to stand. One more, we're only going to go halfway. Take the heels off, and then we're going to bounce to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stand. Wonderful. Nice big wide stance. Going to add side bends in, but first we're just going to bend. Good old calisthenics, aerobics from my youth, bends the knees, or a bit of ballet bar class, and bend. And squeeze the bum to stand, and bend. That's it, squeeze the bum. This time we're going to bend, and as we come up, reach one way, really, really reach, and bend. And reach the other way, and bend, and reach. And as you warm up the spine, feel free to reach even further, getting that lovely stretch through that top of the body. Bend and reach and bend and reach. Oh, I'm warming up now. That's good. Final challenge. This is where I fall over. Cross the ankles. And we're just going to sit down onto the mat. Oh, did you hear that thump? Oh, how embarrassing is that? So now onto our backs. Lying in semi-supine. So yes, I'll be looking to see that I can check you all out. Good. So semi-supine is shoulders on the floor, base of the bum on the floor, base of the lower ribs on the floor, feet flat on the floor, knees bent up. And you want to feel the shoulders really nice and wide onto the mat. Arms just loosely by your side. And while everyone adjusts their camera, just sink into the mat. Feel how everything is placed. And have a few moments to breathe. Think about drawing the tummy button in towards the spine, holding it at about 50% connection, and try and keep that connection as you breathe in through the nose and breathe out through slightly pursed lips. And we want to keep that connection throughout the class. And we'll start warming up the spine a bit more with some pelvic tilts. So as you breathe out, tummy button to spine, to curl the pubic bone towards you. So you want to slide a piece of paper under your bottom and breathe in to place it back again. And breathing out, peeling up ever so slightly, breathing in to place it down. So trying to keep the shoulders out of it, trying to keep the rest of the body out of it, just getting some movement through that lumbar spine and a curl as that pubic bone reaches towards you. Come up a bit higher now, so peeling off as you breathe out to the lower ribs, breath in to hold and breathing out. Place the spine back down again. I've got a little rock from side to side. I'm trying to manage that to not have it. And breathing out, place it back down again. A little bit higher, so bra strap level, breathing out. Peeling off, curling that pubic bone towards your chest. Breathing in to hold, nice and wide and full. Breathing out, think softening through the front of the body, placing the spine, upper back, middle back, lower back onto the mat until the pubic bone is the last thing that has to unpeel. One more, breathing out. Peeling off piece by piece, up to shoulder blade level. Breath in to hold, and breathing out. Soften through the chest. String of pearls, placing the spine down. And we'll bring the arms up with us this time, breathing out, peeling off, curling the pubic bone towards you. Arms are heavy in the shoulder joint to start with, then reach for the ceiling as you breathe in and hold. Leave them there. As you breathe out, soften through the chest. Keep the pubic bone curled towards you as you place your middle back down and lower back, and finally the pubic bone. And then allow the arms to be heavy in the shoulders. And if you're happy and comfortable, circle them round by your side. One more time with the arms, breathing out, bringing them back up to the ceiling as you curl up to the shoulders. Breathe in, reach them for the ceiling, palms are facing. Breathe out, leave them there. Soften through the chest, placing the back down. And unpeeling at the pubic bone. Allow the arms to sink into the shoulders to get the back of them on the mat. Circle them around and bring them back down by your sides. From here, breathe out, reach the fingers for the toes, not the chin, reach the fingers for the toes, tummy button to spine, and you're going to slide your ribs forward so you come up into a curl up. That's it, lovely. And breathe in to come back again. Breathing out, reach, 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 fingers for the toes, the tummy button drawing in through the body to the mat beyond. Keeping the base of the pelvis down and bum down, keeping the chin nodded. Breathing in to come back to the mat. Breathing out, not the chin, reach, 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 fingers for the toes, curling up as high as you can without shifting your pelvis at all. And breathing in, place yourself down, keep going, nodding the chin, keeping the abs engaged. That's it, lovely Sally. Good, that's it, Debbie. Yes. And back again. And again, breathing out, reach those fingers for the toes, nod the chin, tummy button to the spine, sliding the ribs forward, sucking everything into the body. That's lovely. And back. One final time. Breathing out, reach fingers for the toes, curling up, and stay up there. Just breathe through it. Take one leg into tabletop if you're happy to, then the other leg, so lifting both legs one at a time, glue them together. Caroline, if you want to extend the legs, anyone who wants to extend the legs for the 100, we're going to beat our arms and breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, out. So keep the tummy button nailed through the body. If you need a hand behind the head at any time, do. If you want your feet on the floor, do. Keep beating from the armpits, keep nodding the chin, tummy button to spine. Nearly there, promise. Looking really nice, everybody. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, last time, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and lie back, hug your knees in, have a little rock from side to side if you need to release off. That was looking so stable, lovely. And we have our feet back down on the ground. Unless you want a challenge, in which case you can have them up in tabletop, which is, as I said, knees lifted, and angle your legs slightly further away, hands behind your head, breathing out, slide the ribs forward so you're in a curl up, and then we're just going to rotate one way and back down. Then think about rotating and come up to the other side and back down. So breathing out, think the armpit going behind and the armpit coming forward to the knee rather than the knee coming to the chest. And keep going. So whichever version you want to do, you can have your feet down on the ground. But whatever you're doing, think about rotating, then curling up, and it's the armpits leading. Trying to keep both bum cheeks on the floor. Keeping that tummy button nailed in through the body to get those abs engaged and keeping your trunk and back safe as possible. Lovely. Really nice. Good, Ali. Don't pull on your neck, anyone. Think about your head nice and heavy in the hand. Good. One more to each side. And of course, if you want to, just hug your knees into the body, just release off any tension for a moment. Just for a moment, because then we're going to nod the chin, press the shins away to help curl us back up into tabletop, so we're in a nice little ball shape. Slide the hands towards the knees, taking the knees slightly further away from the body, so there's a bit of an angle there. And then we're going to extend one leg into single leg stretch. So we keep curled up, and we just bring the knee back to about 90 degrees. For finesse, you can take the outside hand to the ankle and inside to the inside of the knee, but it really doesn't matter. I want you to think of tummy button through the body to the mat beyond, keeping the shoulders wide and relaxed, chins nodded. Tummy button, tummy button, tummy button. And 5, and 4, and 3. Really straighten the long leg. Final set. Good. And then hug your knees back in. Have a little rock from side to side. Very nice. Again, nod the chin, press the shins away, curl up. Angle the knees slightly further away from the body, hands behind the head. And from here, we're going to do the same thing, but add in that oblique rotation. So you're bending, reaching the armpits to the bent knee, lengthening the opposite leg away. Oh, cool, blimey. All I'm saying is I'm glad I'm here to watch you guys. That's it. Good. That's it, lovely, Sally. Try not to bring the knees in quite so close to the chest. Keep them further away from you and think about the chest reaching up to the knees. Good. That's it, Sandra. Lovely, Ali. Good, Debbie. That's it, Caroline. And one more on each side, because that's an absolute killer, nasty crisscross. Hopefully you're feeling warm by now. Hug your knees in, rock from side to side. That was wonderful. Oh, let's release it all off a little bit. Leg circles is always a nice one to do. So 2 options. You can either bend the knees and just let the non-working leg hang out to the side ever so slightly, and then just bring one leg up with a bent knee, 8 circles in each direction, or long legs, one long leg, one long leg pointing to the ceiling. And the challenge, whichever version you're doing, is to keep the body safe and stable. So you only circling as far as you can keep your body out of it. So allow the legs to be really heavy in the hip joint. Allow the shoulders to be nice and wide. That's it. So if you can't get a long leg and control it, go to the bent leg, because we really want to get the integrity of the movement, so nothing's pulled or strained. So it can be as small or as large as you can control. Really doesn't matter. So 8 circles in each direction, and then change legs. And you'll all... And as you'll all work at different speeds on this one, once you're done, just hug your knees in so I can see who's finished. That's it. So try, keep the body as still as you can. So Debbie, make things a little bit smaller in the circle. And actually, Caroline, you as well. Just make that circle a little bit smaller. Focus on that tummy button drawing through the body. Good, Hilary. That's nice, Sandra. Good. And just enjoy a moment's peace once you've finished. Wonderful. Okay, feet back on the ground. And we're going to continue our theme with legs and the backs of the legs. So bums and hamstrings, basically. A nice bridging sequence. So breathing out, we're lifting the hips, really, really squeezing the bum, trying not to grip onto the ground, and the knees are going over towards the toes. So anyone who does yoga, the sort of yoga bridge is a lot higher than Pilates bridge, which is very much long line, again, thinking knitting of the ribs, and all the work is happening under here, and then just karate chop down. So we'll do some basic ones to start with. Narrowing as you breathe out, squeezing the bum, thinking someone's pulling the knees over towards the toes, and that really fires up the hamstrings, and karate chop back down again. That's it. Breathing out, narrow at the hips, lift. That's it, lovely. And down. Breathing out. Squeeze and lift. Hold it there as you breathe in. And come back down. One more basic one. Breathe out, squeeze and lift. Shoulders nice and relaxed away from the ears. And coming back down. We'll add on a leg lift this time. So breathing out, narrow at the hips, squeeze the bum, lift. And just lift one leg off the floor, place it down, and change sides. And so that's where the challenge comes. You don't want to drop the hip and then come down in between. So breathing out, lift as you squeeze, lifting one leg, placing it down, squeezing the bum to hold that changeover and placing it down. And karate chop. And let me see what's going on. So breathing out, squeeze the bum to lift. Peeling one foot off the floor, placing it down, then the other. Good. If you find you're getting any cramp, you can bring your feet closer into the body. That's it. Good, Caroline. That's it, Ali, lovely. Good, Debbie. Nice, Hilary and Sandra. Good, Sally, that's strong. Fabulous. One more set. And then breathing out, squeeze and lift back again. We're going to just extend one leg. And let's hold it out there. Squeezing the standing bum extra hard and count for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the foot down and place the bum down. If you found that really nice and easy, just cross the hands over the chest. For the next one, oh, I shouldn't have chosen this side. And extend the leg and hold it. So you're not gripping the ground, but obviously if you need the ground for support, feel free to use it. And we'll count for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, bum down. Good. Let's do one more set of those. Squeezing and lifting. Lengthen and extend. Really think someone's pulling that long leg away. Keeping the bum squeezing and bilio percentage. Shoulders nice and wide and relaxed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, bum down. Final time on the other side. Lift as you squeeze and breathe out. Extend the other leg away. Sandra, just in line with your knee rather than so high. That's it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Collapse with ease. We've got 2 more sets to do, different variations. As long as you're coping. Squeeze and lift. We'll do full Pilates bridge if you're happy to, otherwise just peel and lift the foot off. Leg to the ceiling, so you're squeezing and keeping that bum up, and leg beats down to 3, back up, and 2, back up, and 1, back up. Bum comes down, foot goes down, squeeze and lift to the other side. Extend the leg to the ceiling, which is a lovely stretch, actually. Gets rid of a little bit of that cramp, she says. Back to the ceiling, bum comes down, foot comes down. So squeeze and lift, unpeel one leg to the ceiling, take it down to knee height and back up to 3, and 2, and 1. Back to the ceiling, bum comes down, knee, foot goes down, up for the other side for the last time. Unpeel the leg to the ceiling, lift and lower for 3. And then back to the ceiling, final time, bum comes down, then the knee, foot comes down. Can you bear to do one more different variation of leg circles in a bridge? So breathing out, squeeze and lift. Extend one leg to the ceiling and just do 5 little circles one way and 5 the other. And then you can come down in between, setting yourself up the other side. Good. That's it. Marvelous. Well done. Nice and slow. You don't want anything tweaked. It's all about strengthening your mobility and independent movement of limbs from body. Oh, fabulous. Then just lie back, hug your knees in when you've done. Have a moment to breathe. And come up to sitting. And we'll do some rollbacks just to get in the mood for some half rollbacks, which are even nicer. So today, just hold the back of your thighs. And we will sit nice and tall to start with. Shoulders wide, away from the ears. We're going to hinge back with a straight back. Then send the tailbone away from you. So you're trying to get your lower back onto the mat. You're controlling the rolling back through holding on to those thighs. So it's a nice, slow, 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 smooth motion, rolling over onto your side to come back up again to sitting. Unless, Caroline, you want to do the full roll up, feel free if you want more of a challenge. But I really want everyone to focus again on tummy button to spine, keeping the shoulders wide, trying to work through every piece of your spine as you come back down, and your feet might come off. That's perfectly fine. Trying to keep the shoulders nice and wide. That's it. Big smiles for me because I can see. That's it. Hinge straight back, then send the tailbone away from you. Aim the lower back down to the mat first, then middle back, then upper back. Lovely, Sally. Good. Oh, fabulous, Caroline. Good. One more of these. Really working and getting the spine nice and mobilized. That's it, Sandra. Good. Good, Hilary. Everyone keep their shoulders nice and wide, but that's good, Ali. That's lovely. Rolling over to come sit back up. So our half roll backs, same thing. You can obviously keep hold of your legs if you want to. Otherwise, you'll do a little sequence with arms and legs. So if you're not holding the back of your legs, arms out in front of you, hinge, send the tailbone away, and you're going just to a point that you've got to work to hold, and you hold it there. And we'll play the accordion for 3, 2, 1, keeping the shoulders wide, keeping tummy button in, suck it in, breathing out to curl forward and sit up again. So nice straight back, hinge, then send the tailbone away, just as we have been doing, holding ourselves. You're going to hold yourself halfway, so you should get a little bit of a shake through the tummy, and play the accordion for 3, and 2, and 1, and curl it forward. Sitting nice and tall, to hinge, send the tailbone away, curl it back. This time, we're going to lift one leg and place it down. Lift the other leg and place it down. Curl it forward. That's it. Sit nice and tall. Hinge. Send the tailbone away. Coming back down as far as you can control. Keep those shoulders nice and wide. Lift a leg, lower a leg. Lift a leg, lower a leg. Curl it forward. Oh, marvelous. Sit nice and tall again. And again, hinge. Curl it back. Holding it. And extend one leg out. Extend the other leg out. Can you hold it there? Tummy button nailing through to the floor beyond. Wonderful. Bend the knees. Curl back up. Oh, God, getting on a sweat. Cross your arms like we did with our Cossack twists at the beginning. Same thing, hinge. Send the tailbone away from you. That's it. And then from there, just rotate one way as you breathe in, ever so slightly. Back to center. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Rotate the other way. Back to center as you breathe out. Curl it forward. Sit nice and tall. Good. I can see everyone working really hard. You've missed me, haven't you? Those of you who weren't here last week. Rotate one way. Back to center. Rotate the other way. Back to center. And curl it forward. Sit nice and tall. Final time. Doing brilliantly. Hinge. Send the tailbone away. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Nail the tummy button through to the spine beyond. Rotate. Back to center. Rotate. Back to center. And curl it forward. Give everything a little shake. Have a breather, because we're then going on to rolling like a ball, because that's fun. We can lighten up the class. Walk your toes in towards your bottom. Open your knees ever so slightly, toes together, and come to a point that you can balance. So you want to make sure you've got space behind you and you're not going to whack your head. And just challenge your balance by, again, shifting your weight and your tailbone. You're trying to keep in a ball shape and just rock forward and back to start with. So a lot of space between your ears and your shoulders. And then if you think you're happy to, you're just going to roll backwards and come back up to that balance point, keeping in obviously that ball shape. So you don't want to hit your head, going just as far as the shoulder blades. She says. That's it. Good. Lovely. So obviously there is some momentum there, but you want to get to the stage where you're controlling it through those abdominals. So trying not to kick the feet out, keeping them close to the body. Trying not to whack your head, because obviously everyone would miss you tomorrow. That's it. Good, Sally. Keep the chin nodded. Yes, brilliant. That's it, Ali. Good. Yes, good, Sandra. Hilary, just curl your upper body forward a little bit. That's it. The straighter your back is, the harder it'll be to come back up again. Good, Debbie. Lovely. Couple more. Yes, Hilary, good. Wonderful. Oh, marvelous. Okay. So let's stretch things out a little bit. If you can, legs nice and long, so the backs of the knees are aiming for the mat beyond. If you need to bend the knees, that's fine. Or if you want to even sit on something to get a bit of height, if it's too painful on the hip flexors, do that instead. We'll do our spine stretch forward. So arms out in front of you. I'm going to nod the chin, nod the head. I'm going to slide the arms forward along a table, reaching for the toes, but keeping them on the same level. At the same time, we're sending our tailbone forward as well. So we're making a human hairpin and breathing in to sit nice and tall. So breathing out, I think drawing the tummy button into the body, sending the tailbone underneath you, reaching your arms forward reaching your head towards and between your arms if you can. And then sitting tall with a nice flat back again. So breathing out makes space to take that bend forward. That's it, nod the chin, curl forward, reach towards the toes, but keep the arms on the same level they started. And then sitting nice and tall. And nice straight back. Good. And again, breathing out. Nodding forward. So it's imagine someone's pulling your waist away from you to get that beautiful stretch. Good. One more. And then open the legs even further. We'll add the saw onto that. So think about the arms drawing into the shoulder blades. Nice straight back. And then as you breathe in, rotate. Breathe out, reach for the little toe. And the opposite bum stays down. Breathing in to sit tall. Breathing out to center. Breathing in to rotate. Breathe out, reach for the little toe. Breathing in to sit up. And center, and keep going. So find that lovely rhythm. It's that same stretch forward we've just done, keeping that bum cheek on the floor, both bum cheeks on the floor, I should say. And think about working through the spine piece by piece, like we have been with the pelvic tilts. That's it. So breathing out to reach. Breathing in to sit up and breathing out to center. That's it. Keeping the shoulders down and relaxed away from the ears. That's lovely. Good. Breathing out and reach. That's it, Debbie. Lovely. Good, Sandra. That's it, Caroline. Lovely. Good, Ali. Very nice, Sally. Slow down, Sally. Breathing, sit up and then center. And then breathe in to rotate, then breathe out to reach. Wonderful. One more to each side. Keeping those shoulders down. Lovely. Good. Then give everything a little bit of a shake and we'll work on our side. So I would recommend having a pad or a cushion to put behind your head. I'll go this way, then I won't pull my earpiece out. And we will start with a lovely rotation as we've been doing that with the sword, just to loosen off. So you want the underneath shoulder well away from your ear. A lot of cushion behind you to roll onto. Imagine you're sitting in an old-fashioned dining room chair, palm on palm. If this is too much for shoulders, just bend the elbows so you don't work with a long arm. But breathing in, take the arm to the ceiling. Breathe out, rotate the ribs, keep the knees and hips still. Breath in to hold, and breathing out, tummy button to spine to draw those ribs back to the starting point. Breathe into the ceiling, breathing out to rotate. Breath in to hold and just sink and stretch and back again as you breathe out, getting the tummy button and abs working to bring those ribs back. And you want to think about the waist drawing away from the mat. Again, to get some support through the back. And finishing the one you're on, make your top half comfortable. Angle your knees slightly further away. Heels in line with the bum, and we'll do the shell or clam. So just opening the knee to the point that you can control and you're not rocking backwards, and closing it down. So breathing out, knee forward and up, breathing in to close. And if I do it properly, I can really feel the muscles working around the sides of my bum. And just thinking about the underneath waist, drawing up. 2 more. Final time. And then keep the knees closed, lift the heels. Breathing out and in to close. 2 and 1. That's it. And put it all together. So open the knee, close the knee, open the feet, close the feet. That's it. Final time. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, keeping the abs engaged. And then lengthen the underneath arm. Sally, again, if it's too much on the shoulder, just keep the underneath arm bent. Legs stretching away from you. You want to see both feet out of the corner of your eye. We're going to start with a top leg kick and lift. So if you want a hand in front for balance, do, or you can use it for balance, because we're going to lift it to hip height. We're going to do 2 kicks forward, lift it up, lower it, and send it behind, where you have to squeeze the bum. So you can angle the underneath leg slightly forward as well. I'll stop making a hash of this. So 2 kicks forward, lift and lower, and send it behind with a squeeze bum. Kick, kick, lift, lower, squeeze behind. Kick, kick, lift, lower, squeeze behind. Trying to keep the leg at hip height at all times, apart from when you're lifting it, obviously. And imagine someone's pulling it away from you. So you're really having to work through the abdominals to get control and keep the body from rocking. That's it. So I'm going to tire these legs out, I hope, in a good way. Strengthen and lengthen. This is where the fulcrum comes into it, very much so. Levers and using body weight to get strong. 1 more set. Lovely. And then lift the top leg to hip height. Keep it there. Bring the underneath leg back in line with it. And we're going to squeeze the underneath leg up and place it down. So having to hold that top leg up at hip height. Feet just hang. Again, drawing the underneath waist away from the mat. Shoulders away from the ears and nice and relaxed. You can have a hand in front for balance or on your leg, wherever works for you. It's looking really nice and stable, everybody. Wonderful. And 2 and 1. And finally, our double leg lift. So breathing out, you think lengthening the legs away, keeping them squeezed together, lift and hover the neck, the head and the legs, and coming back down to the mat. If that's not working for you tonight, just hover, focus on the legs. And if you are lifting both ends of the body, make sure you're looking towards the mat to take any tension out of the neck. And again, keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed. Making sure you can still see your legs out of the corner of your eye and they're not going behind you as you lift and you're getting any arch in the back, because that would be painful and not a good thing. That's it. Really think and focus about that underneath waist, drawing up from the mat, keeping you nice and safe. Good. 2 more. And final time. Before we do the other side, let's roll over onto our front. Get the front of our thighs nicely placed onto the mat. Shoulders just dropping forward, and we're hovering the nose ever so lightly. Then as we breathe in, we lift the shoulders away from the mat. Breathe out, reach fingers for the toes, which makes the shoulder blades draw down our back to lift and hover our body. Breathe in, rotate the arms and thumbs to the ceiling. Breathe out, place your body down and allow the shoulders to drop forward. So there's a real difference. Keeping the pubic bone down. So breathe in, lift the shoulders. Breathe out, slide them down your back to hover the arms, reach fingers for the toes. Think crown of the head, heart lifting, reaching away. Rotate the arms so the thumbs end up towards the ceiling. And breathing out, place yourself back down. Breathing in, lift the shoulders. Breathe out, hover and reach your fingers for your toes. Breathe in, rotate and thumbs to the ceiling. And breathing out, place yourself down. Do a few more so I can tweak and watch. That's it. And down. So allow the shoulders to fall forward. You just rest, breathe in, lift the shoulders, breathe out, reach them down your back. Rotate the arms so the thumbs turn to the ceiling as you breathe in. And breathing out, place yourself down. Great. Sit back into a child pose if you need to, otherwise go straight over onto the other side. Ready to set up for that lovely chest release. So imagine you're sitting in that dining room chair, hip over hip, shoulder over shoulder, nice cushioning behind your neck, ready to release everything. So starting with the palm over the palm. When you're ready to go, breathe in, take the arm to the ceiling, breathe out to rotate the ribs, keeping the bottom half nice and stable. Breath in to hold and breathing out. Tummy button sucks into the body to pull the ribs around, which brings your arm with it back to the start. And again, breathing in. Lift and open, rotate. That's it. So just bending the knees up, Sally. That's right. Arms out in front or bent at the elbows. You're just breathing in to open and rotate the ribs. That's it. That's the one. And back again. Good. Just do one more, everyone. That's brilliant. And then if you're comfortable, extend the underneath leg, extend the underneath arm away. No. Sorry, I can get comfy with the shell, so I'm ahead of myself. So angle the knees away from the body, heels in line with the bum, and we're ready for the shell. You can see me. And then open the knee as we breathe out and close the knee as we breathe in. Underneath waist, drawing away from the mat. And close. Open and close. So again, same cues, make sure you're not rocking back as you open, just trying to get the leg working in the hip joints independently. And then keep the knees together as we open the foot and close. That's it. And there will be a little bit of rocking of the body forward, but try and minimize that. Last one. And we're going to open the knee, close the knee, open the foot and close the foot. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Final open of the foot and close the foot. And now we can extend the underneath arm away if it's comfy. Just bring the underneath leg forward ever so slightly. Lift the top leg to hip height. And 2 kicks forward. Lift and lower the leg. Squeeze the bum behind. Reach forward if you want. Kick, kick, lift, lower. Send the leg behind, squeezing the bum. Kick, kick, lift, lower, squeeze. Actually, my alignment might not be perfect, so I'm trying not to lose my earpiece and microphone. That's it, lovely. So tiring out this top leg. Sally, keep it at hip height. Don't, other than when you're lifting and lower it, bring it back to hip height before it comes behind you to avoid putting any strain on. That's it. Welcome back, Sandra. Good, everyone. I know it's starting to tire. One more. And then bring both legs back in line with each other. Lift the top leg to hip height and squeeze the underneath leg up and lower. So again, keeping the shoulders relaxed, keep the abs engaged. And it's just lifting and lower, imagining the inner thigh of that underneath leg squeezing up. That's it, lovely. And imagine someone's pulling that top leg away. Oh yes, that gets some work going. And you can have a hand in front for balance if you want. Nearly there. Final one. And then double leg lift. Lift both legs, looking at the mat. You hover the head and place yourself down. So again, think lengthening the legs, squeezing tummy button to spine to lift and lower. And keep lifting as you breathe out. Breathing into lower. Breathing out to lift. Breathing into lower. Final time, breathing out to lift. Breathing into lower. And then rolling onto your front, coming onto your hands and knees. And I know we are almost out of time again. I can't believe how quickly an hour goes when we're having such fun. So this is where we can end the pièce de résistance. We will do a couple of dogs and then some planking. So if you've got wrist issues, this is where I suggest coming either onto sort of a gorilla stance on a fist or staying on your forearms. So find your nice quadruped position, knee under hip, have a check to where your feet are, creases of your inner elbows facing each other, and extending and lengthening an arm and a leg away, keeping the tummy button drawing into the body. And as always, we're trying to keep the back in the same straight line and trying not to have the hips hitch as we do that changeover. Nice flat back, lovely. Oh, that's really good, everyone. Beautiful. One more of these. And then from there, step 1 foot back, nice long leg. Step the other leg back. So we're in our nice straight back plank. Wonderful. We're going to hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to lift one leg, cross it over the other leg, come into the side plank. That's it. And back down, uncross, lift, cross it the other way. All the time thinking underneath waist. squeezing the inner thighs, back down, bend the knees, sit back, give the wrists a little bit of a wiggle. Good. And let's just finish with a nice stretch because you've worked very, very hard. So lying down, hug one knee into the body. Just release off any tension in the front of the hips. So hold underneath the knee. Really, really draw that leg in and knee to the chest as much as you can, straightening that underneath leg away. And then bend the underneath leg up, place the ankle on the knee of the underneath leg, hug that second leg in, and you should feel a stretch around the outside of the bum on the top leg. Pull it in a little bit further if you can, and then extend that leg up to the ceiling, flexing the foot to get a nice stretch through the back of the leg. Breathe, 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 breathe. Whatever you do, just breathe. It's the answer to everything. Then bend the knees, change sides. So the first leg is nice and straight now, and you're hugging the other leg into the chest from underneath the knee. And again, breathe through that. Allow the shoulders to be heavy and wide and relaxed. And then draw the straight leg up towards you, cross the ankle over it, hug the knee in. And that's definitely got a lovely stretch for me round here. Again, if it doesn't feel anything for you, you can press that knee out to get a little bit more. I don't need to. And then straighten the underneath leg, flex the foot, send it to the ceiling. Breathing. An hour of torture is pretty much over. Can't feel better than that, can it? Bend the knee, unpeel everything, roll over, come to sitting, and you've finished. That was fantastic.